Hey. So I just want. Oh damn! I forgot to use this. That's all right. I wanted to hop on here, and just discuss, because this is the last day. No, tomorrow's the last day of Venus retrograde, and I feel like I've definitely been doing a lot of like my own inner work, also just like cleansing a lot, like in my house, spiritually. Spent a lot of time at the beach yesterday, and I didn't even really go in the water, but just being over there, like the energy, the salt in the air, like everything just cleanses your auric field, even if you don't feel it in the moment. But I'm also getting ready for one of my markets, my event. I'm really excited. I feel like the excitement doesn't usually hit me till I'm like in the middle of setting up, truthfully, but I am excited. Like, I get to work for myself. So, yeah. So, I just want to talk about like the level of like this is so inappropriate, but like I feel like after this retrograde, it's like post-nut clarity for me. Like like I'm just, I don't know, like things that honestly like I was pissed off about, or just kind of struggling to like process. Today specifically, I just, certain things, like I just realized, like, obviously we have to take accountability for our lives in every way, and the role that we play in certain situations. But I also realized, like, anything that's ever happened to me, like, it was always for a reason. It was always for protection. It was always to get me to a better place. Honestly, sometimes just within myself. Which unfortunately the ego be like, but where's the money though? But I think it's like, it's such a process. You know what I mean? Like, oh my, I just saw a monarch butterfly. Oh my god, guys. It's such a process, like getting to where we want, even in the physical world, because when you're on the ascension path, I feel like this is just true, like in general, but especially if you're like committing yourself to like the ascension path. And those who know. And if you're new here, the ascension path is basically like spiritual growth throughout your life. We'll just say that. And sorry guys, I have ADHD, so I'm trying to keep focused, and I have a lot going on, so sorry if I get sidetracked. Thank you for understanding. Anyway, so, but yeah, like, I just started realizing also, and like, whereas like level-headed post-nut clarity me is like, it's like, this person said this to you, or this person can't show up for you, or this person this or that with you, whatever the situation was, because A, B, and C, like from a higher perspective. And I'm like, absolutely. But in the thick of it, me, it's just like, I don't give a fuck. Like, and that's real shit. Like, and listen, I care. I posted a video, if you haven't seen it already, of me sobbing, because I do care. I'm just that person that cares. And I'm trying to find a balanced approach to it. I'm getting better. But, like, I'm just learning more and more, and this is something I'm putting into practice, like. And you know what, I think I need to read this book, because I heard that this was one of the elements to the 4 agreements. Don't take anything personally. And I always feel like when I live through that lens, just don't, like, I'm just not as pissed off and stressed out at people because I definitely want to dive more into that. But, yeah, like, I do realize, like, most things are not personal. I think, like, if you want to look at, like, a 3D perspective, oh, shit, like, a lot of things are personal. A lot. Like, there's even some stuff I've done at certain points in life, and I'm like, that was personal, bitch. But, um, when you look at everything from, like, a spiritual perspective, like, nothing is bad or good. It just is what it is, and, like, it really isn't personal. Like, it's such a weird duality because it's, like, nothing is personal, because I feel like, I guess, for something to be personal, it's like a construct of the ego. Like, spiritually, I think it's just like you don't see things that way. You know what I mean? But the irony of it is, like, on this path, like, this is our life, this is our journey, this is our experience, like, it's fucking personal. But like I said, like, I feel like that construct just kind of doesn't exist, like, from a higher perspective, even though, like, it definitely exists, like, on other timelines. Sorry guys, like, I've been cleaning so much lately. My hands are dry as a bone. That's been out in the sun. So yeah, so, like, I think I'm just gonna do my makeup and, like, talk to you guys, and, like, maybe some channeled messages will come out. And maybe we're just gonna be having fun and shooting the shit, which is important too. So, meow. Why is this eye lighter? You can't really see it on camera, but this eye looks a little bit, I definitely put more powder on that one, but it is what it is. Okay. I'm, like, trying to do my eyes first because when I do my eyes before my base makeup, I find that it's a lot easier to clean up any mistakes with the wings. So yeah, if you guys ever wondered how I do my makeup, I feel like I'm always, like, learning and progressing in more ways than one, but definitely with my makeup journey. Oh my gosh, guys, I think I have to turn my fan on because it's like hot in here. Hang on, I'll put it on low so you guys can hear me. But what is it saying? Oh yeah, my makeup journey. Honestly, I never was, like, a maximalist with makeup. Like, I never owned, like, a million palettes and, like, 50 different types of concealers and blushes and whatever. Like, I definitely used to have a lot more eyeshadow palettes because a lot of people just, I don't know what it is, and I am grateful for it, but a lot of people would just, like, give away, like, stuff that they would either get gifted or that they would buy or get as, like, you know, a free gift with a purchase. Like, they would just give me stuff that they wouldn't use. So I used to get a lot of free makeup, and that includes palettes. Also, like, my ex-best friend, she used to, like, just get tired of things and then be like, do you want this? And, like, sometimes I did, so I would take it. But I also used to hold on to makeup for so long until the point where I started, like, as I've become an adultier adult, I'm like, girl, I don't think you should keep this. Like, this is starting to smell like chemicals. Like, you shouldn't really be putting that on your face. And then I was like, I think you're right. So, yeah, that's, like, a new development in my journey, as minute as it sounds. I love doing my eyes, but I've been liking doing them first. Actually, the main reason because to get it over with. It's like it's my favorite part of my looks usually, but it's like it's just so tedious. And like I do actually enjoy this. I'm making it sound like I don't enjoy this, but like sometimes it's like when you get to the end of a makeup, you've been doing it for like almost an hour, and truthfully guys, like I don't have an attention span that long at any given moment. I'm definitely always working on ways to improve on that, but it is what it is sometimes, you know? I want to put music on, but if I'm gonna upload this, I don't want to get copyrighted. I guess I could tag like the person whose music it is. Yeah, you really can't see this on this camera because this is like my webcam. So the quality is not the greatest, but I'm still contemplating whether or not I would just want to delete every single thing that's on my phone videos or not. Truthfully, I am gonna do that, I think, at some point, but okay, let me backtrack. But I actually want to go through the videos first, and like some of the pictures that, like, there's specifically like one trip that I took with my aunt like 10 years ago, and we went to DC together for the Cherry Blossom Festival, and I loved those photos, so I never want to lose those. And like maybe a couple other things, like some of like my nephew when he was little, but I am gonna also go through the videos like I was saying, because I'm thinking of like, you guys have no idea actually over the last year or two how many unreleased videos I have for like spirit messages or like pick-a cards. And I don't know how other people do it, but I film my piles like one by one. So I'll film the pile, then end the video, and then I'll like, because sometimes, and I also feel like eventually I want to get a little bit better at editing so I can like make funny stuff throughout the videos if there's like funny moments, like sound effects or whatever. But I want to go through all that and like put together some like miscellaneous pick cards for you guys and just like utilize it, because I mean, the funny thing about being psychic and reading and doing readings is that like a lot of these messages are timeless. Like that's why I always say all my messages are timeless, like all my readings are timeless, because there's times when like I've clicked on a pile that I've done, or that like one of my like trusted readers has done, and then like I clicked on it and was like, this doesn't make sense to me. But then like literally a year or a year and a half later, I would click on it and be like, oh my gosh, like this was actually like a message I needed to hear, but not on that point in time. Time is funny like that, because quote unquote it's a construct, which yes, it is definitely a construct. Like, okay, you know what? This is a good example. I wish the quality was better so you guys could see. But anyway, so in Joe Dispenza's book, Becoming Supernatural, he talks about, and listen, I'm not an expert on this book. I've actually tried to read it 3 times, and it's an incredible book. It's just so packed full of amazing, useful information that I recommend if you read it. If you read it cover to cover, great. But I genuinely think that it's one of those books that throughout a period of time you pick up and then you reread, and then you compound the information because you have to digest it. There's so much in there. Like, it's incredible. It's a great book. Like, it is actually very interesting and well written. It probably wouldn't be as popular as it is if it wasn't. But I actually had an experience around the time I actually bought his book, but hadn't read up to this part yet. And this is a kind of important back information, and you'll see why in a minute. But so he spoke about in his book, like, I remember the timeline. I read his book after this experience. I'm going to tell you what it says in the book first, and then my experience. So in his book, he recalls, I think he was, like, doing the dishes or something. And by the way, like, you can get so many downloads from water. Like, water is a different dimension. It's really cool. But anyway, that's not the point. So basically, I'm not surprised he got a message come through at that point. But he talked about how he had, like, a vision, and I don't remember the details, but it was essentially along the lines of, like, he saw his now self saw his future self helping or healing or something like that his past but present self. So that's just the thing on the quantum realm, in the quantum field, like quantum realm, time is not a thing. Like, and that's a good thing for us because it means, especially if you do like energy work, and even if you don't, you should start, because you can literally unfuck yourself from anything once you master your own energy and your manifestations. And also, part of mastering your energy, I will say, because in his book he talks about like epigenetics, which is basically like the study of like how cells like activate and deactivate based on like genetic codings, predispositions, blah blah blah. It's a lot. I told you guys it's a lot. But you're literally able to learn how to heal yourself through meditation, through like exercises like that, through like rewiring your brain a certain way. And this will work mentally and physically. And I think we all need to utilize this more, because it's like, okay, I'm going to tell you about my experience now. So around the time I bought his book, it was like probably towards the end of 2020. I started like using frequency music, and like I was in kind of like a weird point in my life. I don't know if it was a low point, but it definitely wasn't a high point. And so I was living with my aunt at the time, and I was staying in her guest room and meditating. And I had frequency music on, and I just remember I had an out-of-body experience, which is not irregular for me, but I had this out-of-body experience. I must have fallen asleep, but like into meditation, and I literally saw myself floating in the upper right corner of her room, well, this room in her house, and everything was the same as when I fell asleep. There was a lamp on, like the fan was on, like everything was the same. And this is astral travel for you. But she is me. And by the way, I hadn't become a Reiki practitioner yet. Like, I had just learned what Reiki was, I think, recently. That's actually how I found out about this book, through Reiki, one of the Reiki healers that I met. Well, Reiki practitioners, whatever. And I stood over my own body, and I was like doing Reiki on myself, and I said like, here, I'm gonna help you heal your your mind. And I was like, here was me in the present watching myself in the future heal myself in the past, which was the present version of me. I hope I didn't lose you guys. But that's just an example of why it is so important, like, to learn these modalities. And I'll have much more about Reiki in the future. There are some things that I definitely am going to put together for you on that topic, because it has completely changed my life, and that is why I'm so adamant about sharing it with other people, because it's so simple, and it's so powerful, and like it can literally help us shift the trajectory of our life. So yeah. Meow. Oh my gosh, guys. Wait, should I put some purple? Some purple? Yeah, let me put some purple. Fuck it. Let me put some purple. Ooh, there's a shade called Opulent here. But I'm not gonna use that one, because honestly, I'm not a big like sparkly eyeshadow girl unless it's like a specific shade. I'm not sure why. That's just like not my thing. Like this color, it's cute. It's almost like, I don't know, it's kind of like holographic-y-ish. It's a purple. Purple-ish. Okay, I think I'm gonna put a little bit more of this. I hope you guys like the whole makeup spirituality thing, because I don't know, I just been like wanting to put myself out there more and like really connect with you guys. And also, I will say on that note, I think there's such a stigma behind like the spiritual community, and people being like overly crunchy or whatever, like not wearing makeup or not like putting themselves together, quote unquote, or like dressing a certain way. And like, I just don't think that's simply true or right. So I just want to lean into that more too. Like, baby, you could be whatever you want. We are multifaceted. And we are allowed the space for that. Alright, let's see. So I usually try to do my goal in life. Well, one of my goals, oh fuck, I always do this at some point. Like not every time I do my makeup, but often enough. It's fine, just wipe it on the t-shirt. Is to do my eyeliner as quickly as Ariana Grande, because, well, Ariana, I think her name is Ariana. I've just been living in the South too long. But to do my makeup my eyeliner as quickly as Ari, and as like flawlessly and effortlessly, because I'm like, teach me your ways, girl. Yeah, see? This is why we want to leave the space. Oh, fuck yeah. This is why I've been trying to do my eyes first. You can't really see it, but there's like, I definitely messed up. It's not too bad. Like a quick concealer will fix it, but am I the only person that, like, it doesn't take me like 50 tries usually to do a wing. Like, I've actually gotten quite good. But it's still, excuse me, is not as effortless as I like. Not every time. A lot of the time it's actually like, it's pretty good. Alright, come on. Oh, something else I wanted to talk about. When people, I guess this piggybacks off of like all the things I mentioned earlier, before, like in the beginning of the video. When people fuck you over, like one of the things, and I've always kind of known this, but we go through, healing works in cycles. So I think certain lessons come back around. Sometimes just so we sit the fuck down and honor our humility. But I just realized, like, especially with, like, I want to say petty people, because I noticed a theme. Like, you gotta accept when people go out of their way to, like, fuck with you unprovoked, or like, just, I guess even if they are provoked, it's like people can't, like, don't have empathy. This is something I've noticed. When people lack empathy, it's just because, like, they were not gifted with the awareness to, like, be able to do that. And that's, like, you have to remember, like, some people are never gonna understand you. They're not gonna even want to, because it doesn't suit their narrative. And that's okay. Like, I actually feel bad for people like that, because they're always gonna be in the same situation. Whatever that refers to, whatever that looks like for them, they're always gonna be in the same situation. And where you might have had to eat shit for a second because of them in some way, you're the person who's addressing this pattern, karma, cycle, wounding, whatever, transmuting it, and moving the fuck on to live your best life. So, and some people are like, I've noticed they are completely content with mediocrity, and that's fine. Like, more power to you, man. But if you're not, eventually you're gonna know it, because it's just gonna scream at you until you honor it. And you're just gonna get more and more miserable unless you do. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm trying to, like, right. And something else. If you gotta give yourself time to, like, fucking sit and feel sorry for yourself, do it. But you have to make yourself the promise and uphold yourself to it that in a timely fashion afterwards, you're gonna get back up and you're gonna fucking go after your best life because you deserve that. And you know, we need cycles of being down, staying down, to revitalize and replenish and regroup and reflect. We need that. And rest, but I guess that kind of piggybacks off the other things. But yeah, like, so don't beat yourself up, but don't be fucking complacent either if you got shit to do and you know it. And you know what? I don't have my whole life figured out, but I am confident in all that, so that is good. There we go. Alright, let's... Oh yeah, that's fucking fine. Alright, my darlings. I'm gonna finish my face and listen to some Raulito. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks for listening. And thank you for watching Third Eye Exchange. Love you lots. If you like this video, check out my pick a cards. I have one for love. That seems to be very popular. So if you've been interested in that. Also, piggybacking off that post-nut clarity. So, love you guys. Bye.